Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Virgo. If Virgo is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, knock, knock, knock. Let's see, what do we have going on here tonight? So I hope you all are doing really well. Sorry for being so quiet. Just kind of looking here. Getting close to my bedtime. I'm so excited. All right. Let's see. So we have the Moon card from the Thoth deck. And of course this has and I'm going to just say this so you can see my nails are very dirty. It's from being in the dirt, I promise. I was planting stuff today and I scrubbed them, but they didn't get all the way clean, so I gotta soak them a bit. But anyways, so this card has Anubis. This is an Egyptian deity, the psychopomp, as we can see, 1 and 2 looking at each other, and kind of in this valley of the moon. We also have the beetle that rolls the sun across the sky, and yeah, a lot of neat symbolism there. The moon is one of my favorite cards. And as some of you know, I am a Virgo, so I am so happy that this is the card that we got this week. We also recently had the star card. And now we're kind of moving from that bright wishing energy, making appeals, working towards this cosmic goal, and now moving into this more lunar energy where things are a little more warped, a little more surreal. We are still in the night side, but this is the moon, and the moon is fickle. The moon has that ebb and flow, the waxing and waning, the kind of pulling of the tides and really stirring around those waters, the ruler of many things, and also just kind of arises these very primal energies. So let's look and see, what do we have here? What's in here? The biggest thing I'm seeing is I don't often see rodents or rats or mice in the bowls, but in this one I see one. I see another one right here. This one right here, the head and the body. There's one right here. And so we have a few rodents, okay, a few rats, I would say. They're not cute like mice, but listen, of course we think immediately, or at least I do, and this might be just kind of the world I come from originally, that a rat is a snitch, or a person that tells on you, somebody who has something foul to say or is giving up the infos, right? I don't think that this is the case here. I actually have quite a beloved relationship with rats. Thankfully, I've never lived with them, so I've never had like a pest problem with them. So I know that would probably be more difficult. I would probably feel quite quite differently. But the rat is such a enduring creature. I mean, the rats, according to that famous rat documentary that was such a big deal some years ago. I never saw it, but I kind of read a synopsis and some reviews of it. And apparently the rats are going to, I think they already outnumber humans, but at some point they will take over the world, apparently. They will outlive all of us, and they will inherit this rock, right? So these are very intelligent beings, and they are everywhere. They live right alongside us, and mostly we don't notice them. So they're very stealthy. They have very complex social structures, communications, systems, and they're just very interesting. So to see this little grouping of them, it's interesting. I want to be delicate, not say that you are a rat or liken you to a rodent, but I would say that there really is this feeling of just being able to get through the muck of life, really carving out your little existence, your world, making something of yourself, making something for yourself. And this is all about how, you are able to achieve the things that you want to. It doesn't matter about the greater social, ideas, propagandas of what we all should be striving for. I think that oftentimes us Virgos have our own ideas about how the world should be, how the world should be for us, and how we would like to go about existing in our own world, right? And so I think that you really not only have this going on for yourself, you have other people in your life. You have like a friend group, a family group that is tight. You can rely on one another. You are very much that kind of ride or die mentality. You support each other. You show up for each other. There is unconditional love there. And you really, probably are getting that cheese, right? So I really think that, there's just... and I think of, even these kind of nocturnal... Now, a rodent isn't always nocturnal, but a lot of times they do move in the night. So I really think about this moon. I think so much about how she kind of pulls you into the wilderness at night. There's kind of that really lush green vegetation, trees, just that really velvety, deep green. That's kind of the secret of the night. And I feel, when you go out into the wilderness or the forest, and this is metaphorically, but also, really truly in the physical as well. You go out to these places at night and you may feel alone, isolated, but you are never truly alone in the wilderness. I mean, there are just so many unseen things and seen things, critters and plant life and the elements, and just that kind of disembodied consciousness that flows through those places. I think, when I think of the moon card, I think very much of kind of the intelligence or the consciousness, the vibe of something like Twin Peaks or The Shining. These kinds of stories of these very kind of remote or woody, darker, mysterious places, but there are these very primordial energies that are beyond social, beyond the ethics and the social kind of rules and makeup that we kind of all try to partake in and hold ourselves to these values. But this thing is just ruthless and enchanting and possessing, and it's something that as soon as it is noticed, it already has kind of shape-shifted into something else, and it flows where it wants to. It gets into where it wants to. There's no stopping it. So I feel, you know, that's really kind of it's kind of a strange, uncanny energy. But there's also so much life. Like I said, that lush greenness of the night. Come on, come down here. All right. And I feel like you really, I mean, in this place where you are so whole and so able to realize the totality of self in the places that we don't often like to look, there's a beautiful pairing of desire and tenacity. I believe that you have been on a road of mastery, okay? You have a deep passion for whatever it is. You are driven and you want to learn everything about it, how to conceive it, to master it, or well, conceive it, to execute it, to you know, put it into some kind of function. And so there's no stopping someone like you, okay? I want to look at this goose. It has its wings up. It's kind of in this, and I want to try to see if I can get this. There we go. So it's like in almost in an attack position, okay? And I really believe that the thing that is really coming through to me is that you maybe had spent your previous season, if it was winter in the northern hemisphere or summer in the southern hemisphere, where you were kind of worn down. You were a little bit more sedate, maybe just kind of lagging a bit, having trouble focusing yourself. But now things are so very clear. You are just, that fighting spirit has arisen once again. You want to meet the day or the night face to face and just kind of really get into it. Get your fingers and feet and whole self into the thing, right? And the thing that seems very kind of important to me while talking about this and looking at this plate is that there seems to be a real sense of, and we have these different kind of instruments. They look almost like a sickle or kind of like a shear. But there's just this like cutting through all of the illusion into the state of like crystal clear mind, okay? And to me, this makes me think of the night, late at night, right? When you're fast asleep and then something wakes you up. Suddenly, you just, maybe it was a sound, maybe you know, some kind of stirring, a feeling, something kind of brushes past you. In my case, it's the cat probably. But when you wake up at like 3 in the morning, there is a clarity to your mind because all of the illusions and pretense of the day is gone. Okay, all of the All of those veils have been lifted. You, you know, it's unlike any other time, any other waking state. And in the middle of the night, you know, beneath the moon, you know, whatever it was that woke you up, probably the cat. It seems, everything seems so simple and uncomplicated. At 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, I feel like you often feel like you could fix anything in your life. You know, any problem, it all seems like very, very straight to the point. You don't have to think about all the extra stuff. It's just, you know, I can't tell you how many nights I've woken up and known exactly how it's going to make everything work. And then you go back to sleep and sometimes you lose that feeling. You lose that plan. But I really feel like you are really in this place in your life right now where this is not just in the middle of the night. Hopefully you're getting good sleep, but in your daily waking life, there's also this mental clarity. Okay, so make use of that. I also see this, it looks like maybe like a king or a queen, some kind of royal figure with maybe a long robe and a cloak and the crown and everything, and then something kind of moving behind it, following. And I really feel like this is just, again, all about having the ability and the mental wherewithal right now to really make some big decisions, tough decisions. I think that your immediate troubles really are going to be resolved in this time, in this energy, because I feel like you are just so honest and clear with yourself right now that you really can, you know, I guess for me, and maybe this is just a me thing, but in life, there's a lot of times where I'll make a decision, but I just really overthink it. I think about, how is it going to make everybody feel? What will people think? Is this going to work? Is this going to work? Is this part going to work? What if this doesn't happen? You know, just every little doubt I could have comes up. But then there are times when I just don't even need to think about it. I just make those decisions. I know where I'm going, moving on intuition. I trust myself. I'm confident about it. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's okay. It was a learning experience. And I really, really look forward to those times because I feel like I get so much done, and there's so much less like emotional turmoil or mental turmoil going on. And so I feel like with this symbol that is definitely kind of the vibe for you right now. You are just, you know, going down that list of things, making those decisions and sticking with them. And I think that you really are just powering through, and I feel like also, you know, when you can operate like that and it's working out, it really opens up a lot more time for you to do the things that you want to do, not just get more stuff done, but to, you know, allot yourself some time to follow your passions, do creative work, rest. That's a big thing. And especially with the fact that you weren't, you know, you're feeling kind of run down the previous season. So now is a good time to get that rest, eat well, you know, move your body intentionally, get everything kind of together and on point for yourself. Okay, let's see. And this one's interesting too. I kind of see this person sitting with their leg up like this, kind of side profile, and then this tree over top of them, and there's a bird sitting there. So I really kind of, going back to that kind of wilderness forest motif, I can see you just out there really communing with nature, really activating those earthy qualities of Virgo, and, you know, talking to the plants, talking to the trees. They're telling you the secrets of the universe. And, you know, I think that that's really a place that feels very like home. It feels natural to you. And I think it's really wonderful when you can get into that place, into that flow, and pay it mind, right? Allow yourself to indulge those feelings, indulge those places. So, I mean, really, you, in my opinion, when you can get into that almost childlike kind of halfway imaginary, intuitive place, that's where all of the good work really comes from. A lot of the answers of life come from those places. It's a very magical, very potent area of existence to be able to go into and dwell in. So that is, you know, quite a blessing to be able to find your way there. Okay, so we also have a large K. So I think somebody with a K name. I'm also seeing a dog right above it. So maybe this has to do with somebody you know with a K name. Maybe they're really into dogs. Maybe it is a dog. It seems a little bit important. It's in this kind of emotional area for you. So this might be somebody or a dog, maybe one that was from your childhood, or maybe has passed away, and you are thinking about them. But they are very there with you. I feel like they're kind of around you, and you feel that. Okay, so I want to take a look at this one. So it feels like this next week is going to feel kind of long. I don't know what's going on. I feel like you have a lot of busyness happening right now. And it's going to feel like it kind of drags on. But then the week after that seems to go quickly, and maybe a little more pleasurable. Maybe you'll have time to do some things that you really enjoy. Maybe you will be having a bit of a break from work or your life stuff. And so I feel like you're going through a bit of like a transitional period in your regular life, which makes sense. A lot of things are changing for people because we're going into a new season. And, you know, here anyways, a lot of kids are getting out of school, and people's schedules change a lot to accommodate, you know, all the things they have to do or have going on during these nicer months here in the Northern Hemisphere. And so I think, you know, you have some good stuff to look forward to. This next week, I don't know, it just feels like it's going to be really busy. I don't think it's going to be bad, but it's just going to be maybe a little bit exhausting. And so I know this is a short reading, but I am going to have to get going. This cat is driving me crazy. And I'm just getting a bit tired, to be honest with you. This is my last thing of the night. So all in all, I think we have a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of beautiful visualizations happening. I think that, you know, with this real moon energy, and as I'm reading this, it's actually the new moon, which the new moon, I know everybody talks about the full moon kind of having a huge effect on people in different ways. But then for me, it's the new moon that really kind of affects my thinking. My body reacts to it deeply. And it's just a lot of vivid dreams. I almost feel like it's kind of like, you know, the light is missing at night. It's a little bit darker. It's a little bit more mischief happening. And it's just kind of a little more demented feeling. And so I think that, you know, in these next days, thinking about maybe doing some kind of visual work, or I don't know, just I'm trying to think what would be, maybe just making some kind of effort towards like creating an altar, or doing some kind of artwork. I mean, painting sounds beautiful, really. That's what keeps coming to mind. But I think really you should put use to some of this energy if you can, if you have the ability and time. And, you know, making something that is kind of just has no boundaries or standards, or, you know, just going from the emotions, not trying to make anything perfect. Just letting it flow through. And, you know, I really have been on this kind of kick of reading things online a lot about, you know, we can spend so much time trying to plan and get all of the exact right tools that we want, and just worrying about how we're going to execute some kind of creativity, and then it's a lot of times we just never get to actually doing it. So if we just could put aside all that stuff and make something, it doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter how you do it, it does not matter if it's good or not, if it's you know, obviously maybe not edited or anything, just to actually do the act of creating, and that will really help getting the ball rolling, so that you do get more into a creative space. But it really is that first leap of just getting something done. So anyways, that's been on my mind a lot. All right. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me, for allowing me to do these readings for you and bring these messages to you. I would be so appreciative if you would like the video. It helps us get into the algorithm, and we are collectively building this channel, this community, one person at a time. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so. That would be, you know, a big help, and I'd love for you to come back and check out some other videos. If you hit the little bell, it'll let you know when the next video comes out. And between now and 7 days from now, which 7 days is about when the next Virgo will come out, you can watch other placements, the solar, lunar, ascendant / rising. I know people watch the Venus, and a lot of cross-watching. I really thank you for doing the cross-watching. You know, if you don't know what that is, it's when you watch readings for your loved ones, your significant other, your children, just to kind of see what their horoscope or reading will be like, or what their life might be like for the next week or so. You can also leave a comment, and you know, I read all of those, and I really look forward to that every single day. It really you know, keeps me going, keeps my spirits up. So I thank you all for leaving those really lovely sentiments and all that nice energy. Okay, Virgo, we will talk again very soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you.